The Chartres Cathedral, more formally known as the Notre de Chartres, was constructed between 1194 and 1220. The church was designed and built not by an architect, but by 9 separate teams of contractors. They are unknown. A cathedral is a symbol of Christianity. Every detail reminds people of their religion. The Chartres Cathedral is decorated with hundreds of statues of saints. In some instances, they are carved into the arches that frame the doors. In other cases, they act as decorative columns. The most important symbolic feature of the cathedral is the general floor plan. The church was built in the shape of a cross. The cross symbolizes that the church is not just a reminder of faith or religion, but a place of worship and forgiveness. Most Gothic churches are built in this form, though it may not be visible in the floor plans themselves. The flying buttresses, another feature of Gothic architecture, render the cross shape unrecognizable in plan. These flying buttresses are supports which help hold up the heavy stone walls. The amazing thing about these buttresses is that the contractors of the 11th and 10th centuries were able to turn what would usually be one block of stone, simply there for function, into a beautiful addition to the cathedral. Other features in the Gothic style include the arches and stained glass. Gothic arches are distinguishable from other arches because they are pointed. This pointed shape is repeated in windows and doorways at Chartres, among other places. On a larger scale, the form of the arch creates the interior of the church. The stained glass, too, is an example of architecture common in this time period. The Chartres Cathedral is known for its stunning glass panels, which depict various biblical scenes and figures. These windows come in both an arch shape and circular shape. The circular windows, seen in many cathedrals, are often called rose windows because they look as though there are petals extending from the center. The colored light from these windows lends the space a calm atmosphere. Light is softened by the thick glass and bright colors, so that when it reaches the occupant, it gives the space an eerie, holy feeling. From the spires to the Gothic arches to the stained glass windows and flying buttresses, Notre de Chartres is a prime example of Gothic architecture. It is important as an example of Gothic architecture, but also as a building which makes one think. The mismatched spires, for instance, prompt thought about balance. Though they are different, they seem to have equal weight, and so the cathedral still reads as a symmetrical building. How is this possible? The cathedral, too, prompts one to think about the opposition of mass and space, and how they interact. The weight of the stone is offset by the carved details in the walls and the tall vertical spaces. I think the Chartres Cathedral, though known for small details like the stained glass and mismatched spires, is important on a larger level. It's important because it starts people thinking about architecture.